A video game to cope with grief is about a family who had to endure that pain of losing a child. It started out as a dying hope and pain waiting to settle in, but then it turned into something bigger, a compassion, a beacon of hope to all who may suffer loss or those who wish to understand it. In 2010, Joel, Amy Green's youngest son, was diagnosed with aggressive brain cancer and was only given a couple of months to live. The family prayed day and night for a miracle to come, even making up fantasies of him fighting a dragon named Cancer. They soon developed a game, That Dragon Cancer, detailing the story of their lives. It launched in 2016, as Amy Green said in the TED Talk. It's a hard game to play, and it will never be a blockbuster, but it would be a heartbreaking story for its audience to cope with. A video game to cope with grief, as the title suggests, is about a game that helps take away grief. In a out-of-context way, it may sound rather crude, as you're supposed to mourn your loss, not put it into a game, or make it sound like some kind of joke. Upon listening to her story, it's about a sad tale of his son Joel. His mere existence brought pain to his family, as he had brain cancer and didn't really have much time to live. This didn't deter her, however, as it made her love Joel more. She decided to make a game dedicated to remembering him and his valuable time with his family. Her thesis really sums up her whole speech, as she talks about her inspirations and her journey to creating That Dragon Cancer. The main method of development that enhanced her speech was narration. She built her whole speech on it, and it was super successful. She provided us with tons of personal stories and feelings in chronological order. The story of Joel on his illness, the inspiration for the game, how it was developed, and ultimately why she decided to create the game. Her touching story about her inspiration for That Dragon Cancer really reached out to the hearts of the audiences. Personally, as the audience, I was really touched by her speech, her story, and it inspired me to view her game on YouTube. It made the audience feel her emotions and really figure out just how strong and kind Amy Green is. Grief can impact people in many different ways. Grief can come in many shape and form. Coping with it can also be different from person to person. Amy Green wanted to remember her son and to love him forever. So putting his memories in a game for the world to see is very impactful. This way, he'll be remembered by people from around the world who will never even know he existed and may shed a tear in his regards.